What is up YouTube, LazeeLlama here, and here we are back with some more Swarm Simulator, and it has been like 3 days since the last stop on, pretty crazy. Went through the weekend and such, and yeah, I just didn't really do anything. I'm thinking about going for the whole warp thing this episode. I feel like we're still not there, until the point where we're like spending all our mutagen to begin with. I don't think we're there. I really don't. I think we basically want to wait till we like have all our mutagen in like meat and stuff, and at that point push and then do it. Like, I don't think we're ready for warps, and I might be dragging it out longer than I need to, but I personally feel a little safer doing it this way, so I think I'm gonna keep playing it safe. It might make things go a little slower, I know, but I think we'll be okay. Nonetheless, let's come in here. We get 1,000 of these bad boys, then instantly go to twins. Let's head back to 100%. Next goal is going to get to 10k of them. Are we going to buy any of these? Probably not. Probably not. Let's buy like... $10k. Like, this is going to get a little crazy. Now 100k. It's been a while, so we're zooming. We are zooming. I think this is the point we just go all in. Or actually, let me do another 25%. Nah, let me get the 1 mil. Do we somehow get 10 mil out of it? No. I think this is the all-in. That is the all-in. That is worth. We're golden. We're making so many hives now. We can make so many of these. We can buy 6 million of these, which is going to produce a decent bit of these. I mean, it'll take a little bit to make all of it back, but it's worth, definitely worth grabbing that, which then makes this go back even faster. Say we spend that all again. It takes a couple seconds, less than 10 seconds to get to a bill, a while to get to a trillion. I probably should have hung on to a little bit more of these, but we're okay. On to here. Things are going to be a little weird here. You got empower anything else? Empower. Can't power you. Some of them are behind on the twins situation, although it's not that expensive to grab them. Oh, you're not empowered yet? Some of these are real far behind. It's just easier to judge if they're all balanced. So this one's unfair. This isn't one we're going to use anyways. Where were we at before? We were rocking locusts. These look like they're going to be better. They're going to use 100% of larva, though. We don't really want that. These are the ones. Those are the bad boys. They're going to take us out on a little adventure and get expansions and stuff rolling really quickly. Get a couple trillion of these, because it would have been nice to have a couple of them anyways. We need the 62 million to get these. I don't think we got to these last time. We've almost got our first million of new mutagen. I'm like trying to think, what was I on about? Yeah, the new mutagen. I'm so tempted. I do want to test the whole creating larva thing. Right now we're making 54.6 million. If I come here, we go to beautiful mutate drones, which is our meat guys. Put 100k in here. Again, 54.6. 54.5. It's still taking it down, which makes me feel we're not ready to do this whole warping thing. The whole take away everything out of here, and like, cause you basically have to respec and put everything into warps and bats evenly distributed, but I don't think you're supposed to do that till this isn't being affected anymore. Which, again, I feel like it's gonna always still affect, so I don't know what that whole thing is about. Because we still have a lot of mutagen left. If I were to spend all of that, that would drastically drop the amount we're making here. Maybe, though. Would it, though? Yeah, it starts to drop it. I'm gonna say, wonder if there's if you get enough in here, if it'll swap it over. I wanted to say about the 7 mil. I'm really debating about just doing this thing, but if I mess up, worst comes to worst, I just respec. Whatever, let's try it. Let's do it for you guys. So we're gonna basically be putting 4.13 mil in each of them. I'm actually gonna do just straight 4 mil even in bats and in anything else. That's actually relatively high. Oh, it's because we have everything. We don't have the meat mutagen. So bats, activate. Warps, activate. Custom number. I'm pretty sure, let me just double check. I'm pretty sure it's an even amount, because I don't think these cap, right? I'm pretty sure they don't cap. 1 minute, let me double check they don't cap before I do this. This should be evenly. Yeah, I've seen it. Yep. So we are straight up dropping 4 mil into bats, into warps, making our warps now warp 18 hours. So the idea is now we warp 18 hours in the future. We get all the bonuses. I don't know what we're making here. This is lower, but because we did 18 hours, we can make progress, and now we just got another 1 million of these. We come in here, we buy whatever we can. I think this is gonna work. 10 million to do this. Let's just dump everything in here. Let's just go in. Let's go in. Definitely worth grabbing that. Probably should have kept a little bit of these left. Definitely can do the twins thing. Cool. We're in a good spot nonetheless. It's the faster of everything. We're caring more about this, if anything, in this tab. What are we waiting on? 100% of my larva. I need to not be doing 100% of my larva. We don't have enough meat because we don't have meat mutagen. Okay, so you might run into a problem there. Do another warp. See how it goes. 5 hatcheries. None hit that. Wow. Did get a little bit there. So nothing crazy. I almost want to spend them in here first. We have a lot of meat. We shouldn't use all the meat in here, right? Oh god. We're starting to get up there. Can already buy 44 million. We can do one of these. Let's buy one of these to then put into twins to then buy more of these. And let's just do like 25% of these to buy all of these, which can get twins to buy more of these, which I could probably get not quite to the point of 10 of those quite yet. I need to pretty much just go all in here, I think, to then go all in here in a moment when I get the energy back, and you can see how this is gonna lead to progress. I could have done a little bit better, but realistically, we're down here now. This looks like the way to be. That's only 90%. These are doing 90. These are gonna do a little more. Boom. Those will taking things off a little bit. Grab what I can of everything. I actually want to keep a little bit in here, but back to warping another 18 hours. Sweet. You don't get energy every time you warp, but we have so much energy. We're just warping days at a time right now. This is going to take a little while to go through. Let me blow through a bit of this. So this has been absolutely insane so far. I'm still like I'm just about halfway through the energy. I'm going to continue spinning through it. Where I've earned up to now 140 million. It's really late at night and I'm not planning on doing a reset. This episode will be next episode, so I'm actually going to be letting it sit overnight as well, which realistically won't be worth it other than getting all of my Nexus energy back up. So I'll be able to do all this again. I will definitely do that within this episode. It'll technically be part of this episode. So I'm going to just keep doing this thing. Just got to keep doing exactly what I'm doing pretty much. I'm not going to do anything really different. We just spend very small amounts. I've been trying to figure it out. We're actually going to need to buy all of those. We still can't afford 100 of them. This is where we got to spend a small amount. No, we're still off. You got to like be careful about the amount you're spending, because like you want to make sure you're getting a use for it. One off. We just got to get one more of these things. It'll just be all more efficient later on if I can. Yeah, there we go. Boom. But we've done the hive neurons, which is crazy. Crazy. Boom. Built up a bunch of those for a relatively good cost. That's worth getting. Obviously not going to do any of that. We didn't make a huge progress here, but hopefully we make a good progress in here. Yeah, those are going to do 83%. Those will be doing 17. Nah, we'll rock the 83% there. This was an odd one that's not going to make a huge difference. It's starting to slow down, which makes me think, honestly, waiting another day is probably not worth it. But I'm not doing another reset tonight anyways, so I'm just going to let it sit. I'll do any kind of final updates of like where that ends off in this episode. Yes, I'm back after letting it go kind of overnight, making a bit of progress. I actually set things back into mutagen and these guys here to make sure we have energy stored back up. And then I just put them, respect and put them back in their original places, because I do want to get a little bit more than what I currently have. Although now we have 7.5 billion, or 7.15 billion, and I'm pretty happy with that. But we can push a little farther. So what's going to actually happen is I'm going to push as much as I can now. That'll be the rest of the episode, warping, which honestly takes forever to do. So I would never be able to include the whole thing in a video. But we'll do that. I will then leave them where they are here. I'm not going to respec. I don't want to waste another 10 things. But I'm not going to actually ascend till tomorrow. So I'll be able to come on, and whatever energy I do have, which won't be full, it'll take a little longer to fill up, we will then use at that point. That's the plan. We are down here in these guys. We have not gotten any of these yet, as it costs a little too much, although we can buy quite a bit of them. 10 billion of these, we can't get 10 billion. It costs a little too much, although we can buy quite a few of these. It won't be the most progress you've ever seen. That's not quite worth it. This, however, I want to say is going to produce a lot. So we're at 10 quintillion of these. Let's buy this and then put whatever I can in here. I actually probably should have did that a little bit better. But this should produce a decent bit of these when I do my time lapse. Hopefully it doesn't mess up too much. I don't know where actually I should be with spending these. I doubt we're all the way over to those other guys. Maybe though. It might be the swarmlings. Yeah, swarmlings I think are the way to go. I should make sure I'm not spending too much meat or anything. Although they are even better by the looks of it. It's hard to tell exactly. Thing is, we have twins, 9 of these and not of these. Either way, it's going to be a huge improvement. That's not really that bad either. They're all going to be higher. It's either this or this probably though. I'm going to go with this because I feel like it's going to be more. If I were to look here, yeah, I'm pretty sure I made the right decision by going with these guys, which is going to just take off in here, and you're going to instantly see a bunch of these coming through, which can then potentially earn more of these. I mean, we have a 20% chance to actually gain anything from them, but we're looking to warp now. That's pretty much where we're at, looking to be warping. That actually might not go up, so this is at 3.47 of those. We basically wanted to get to the quintillions, which it may or may not do, but let's go just do a quick warp. Warp, boom, that warps almost 19 hours into the future. bam, we do that, we come back, and yeah, we should have kept some in here. They're not quite as beneficial as we would have liked, but we can pick that up, buy a bunch of these. Could get the faster, like we were saying before. Still would rather not do it. I'm not going to actually buy any of these yet because we know that's not super efficient. We're better off keeping them in here to produce more of these, which will allow me to buy more of these. Although it is actually larva, that's the problem. So maybe we would be better off getting these, although this will help produce more larvae in the long run. Let's get the faster of all the rest of these. We already know that that's going to be worth. And this is kind of what you do. You just cycle, rinse, and repeat. We got 9 of these with the upgrades we did, which gives us another billion onto that. Like I said, I'll be going one more day, which will get me a little farther. I wouldn't normally do this. It's just more the fact that I don't have the time to actually do the reset. So it looks like we're still better off sticking with our swarmlings. So I'm glad I did it the way I did. And what's actually are they running out of? Meat. Meat's actually the problem. Interesting. Are any of these additive and not the meat that's the problem? That is like 1%. I mean, we can drop it in there, but not really. Realistically, we're kind of stuck on that. Can't progress much more. That's going to take 3 hours to get the next one, 1 hour to get this next one of those. We'll make some progress with it. Spend the rest of it there, but not really getting us anywhere. Get in here, do another warp, and it's just the same thing over and over again. Just hope for this. That give us a little bit, not much. And then we're back into here. We're obviously not buying those, as those would not be worth it. We cannot get the 100 billion of those, so let's just buy that. And again, we're not quite ready to really invest into here. Although this is definitely worth it now, which is cool. They'll produce even more. Although we do know it's the larva that's actually the problem. Coming in here, this is actually a larva holdup as well, I think. Although these are going to start taking over a decent bit. We kind of want to get enough things to get the twins up on all these. The twins are really behind, so I'm probably actually better off on chilling out in this tab. Yes, it does work better here, but we're kind of focusing on this right now, more so. So it's just going to get us a little farther. Those aren't really going to do a ton for us, although I will add that because it's a bit. And then we just continue. And I'm going to do this till the end, and I'll come back to give you one final update. So I spent all my energy. We went from that 8 little billion we had to almost 300 billion, and we have a chance. This right here can pop us up 150 billion right now. If this gives us our 20% chance, we hit it. Oh man, that's great. And again, we have a decent bit of time that I'm going to be offline, letting our energy build up. It's technically going to take a day and 10 hours to fully charge, but we'll get a couple more warps in at the beginning of next episode before we ascend. Nonetheless, that is it for now. I did just ascend. Where are we closest to? You guys are 8 days out. These guys are going to come relatively soon. I think probably dumping it in here. Although, they're starting to get real pricey. We'll go with that, and then any leftovers I'll throw into here. I haven't dumped things in here as I don't think they're going to make themselves enough back, realistically. Oh, we can grab all those. That's enough to grab a good bit of these. It's just tempting. Would those actually profit? They make 100 trillion a second, but we're like in... Yeah. No, I don't think those are going to do it. I don't think those are going to do enough. It's not really going to matter, although they'll produce more meat this way. It's still 8 days out. Yeah, it's not going to matter where they are. I'm just going to spend them in here. It's not really affecting that at all anyways. Who knows, it might make more of these. Doesn't really matter. We're not going to get anywhere without warps at this point. It's just, we are not making progress is what it comes down to. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this up, guys. If you guys did enjoy this episode, please take a second and smack that like button. And as always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.